How do you flirt? What book is a must-read? What is 100% worse when wet? Your bones. Oh, but I'm sorry, your bones are always wet. Socks. Especially when there's just water in the kitchen. Ugh. Jeans. Wet jeans can be okay, but they're just suffocating. A dog. This was my answer until I read chips. Oh, soggy chips. Ugh. Laptops. Computers in general. A fart, no doubt. Oh, you mean Oh God, I got it. I'll be right back. Gremlins. I thought they couldn't eat after midnight. What's the water? Oh, they multiply? Oh God. Sleeves. That's why I just don't wash my hands. Not trying to risk that. Toasters. Well, what if you have soggy bread and you put it in there? What's the weirdest way you've heard someone pronounce a word while being dead serious? My brother's girlfriend says like says. I used to be a security guard at a nursing college. One day I walked past a student in the student center who looked absolutely perplexed. I asked him what was up, and he asked me if I knew what the word derived, the way he pronounced the word. I asked him to point to the word in the book he was reading, and I see derived. I corrected his pronunciation and even gave him the definition, and he still looked confused, lol. Well, I mean, school isn't for everybody. My dad used to pronounce garbage like garbage, just to be annoying. Well, how else are us white boys supposed to have fun? Garbage, target, etc. When I was a kid, I ordered a chicken fillet from McDonald's. Niche, pronounced niche. Just today I saw a music YouTuber pronounce the word tertiary as tertiary. Cologne when pronouncing cologne. I mean, it's how it's spelled. If you're sounding it out phonetically, I don't know. My friend once mispronounced word cunnilingus in front of quite large auditory of our mutual buddies. Cunigulis. It is his official nickname now. Sounds like he's casting a spell, my God. GIF. It's pronounced GIF. No, it's clearly pronounced Geif. In a zombie apocalypse, what is something that people should know? Aluminum bats, not wood. I feel like aluminum bats are more common, right? How do you mix that up? If the flesh is dead and produces no heat, frozen climates will be the best defense. In theory, we don't know how zombies work, now do we? Remember, any injury at all has the potential to be fatal, since there probably aren't any hospitals/emergency rooms, etc. open. Open wounds, if not properly taken care of, can become infected. Break a bone, food poisoning, breaking your glasses, you can't get new ones. Don't kill Bill Murray. Yeah, it's just bad optics, if people learn that you killed Bill Murray, ooh, they're gonna get you. If you want a ranged weapon, learn how to shoot a bow and arrow. You might be able to get your ammo back, it's quiet, and it's something you can actively practice your aim with without attracting zombies or people with your noise. And bow and arrows are just cooler, come on. I'd want to know all the facts about being a zombie so I can decide if I want to become one or not for a start. Damn bro, you good? Don't count on the local pumping station to keep operating for long. Your water supply is a top priority. Why would people assume that any faculty in a zombie apocalypse would still be running? God, capitalism runs deep, I guess. Which actor was perfectly selected for his or her respective role in a film? By far, the whole Lord of the Rings cast. I think Jason Statham would have been a great Frodo. I don't know. Matthew Lillard as Shaggy. Absolutely. He nailed it completely. The entire crew of Green Mile. Damn, people really keep talking about Green Mile and I still have not watched it. Donald Sutherland as President Snow. It's really rare that someone gets ripped from the pages of a book like that, I think. Viggo Mortensen as Aragorn. I mean, yeah, that dude was dedicated to the role. He even broke his toe. Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. Could there really be any other person? Sir Ian McKellen as Gandalf. Yeah, continues to be a legendary performance. Robin Williams as the genie in Aladdin. As great as he was, there is some weird history if you want to go look at that. It's kind of strange. Ryan Reynolds in Deadpool for sure. I can't imagine another soul playing that character. Maggie Smith as Professor McGonagall. Also, Imelda Staunton as Umbridge. Of course, Maggie Smith is great, but Imelda, oh my God, the way that you made me hate you so hard. Morgan Freeman as God. Well, of course. Johnny Depp as Captain Jack Sparrow. Again, another classic. What pisses you off? People chewing with their mouths open.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Rude people, disrespectful people, bullies, bad humans. It's really so easy to be nice. Any loud thingy. So like fireworks, gunshots, the works. People who take too long to order at the drive-thru. For real, if you're ordering for like 17 people, go inside. You have no excuse to be in the drive-thru unless the lobby is closed, then sure, but people telling me that I'm gross and weird for taking home a really cool dead bug I found on the sidewalk. I wouldn't say gross, but like it's a little weird if it's dead. People who can't take no for an answer and throw a fit when they don't get what they want, especially grown-ass adults in restaurants screaming, throwing tantrums. You know who you are. Ryan. Ugh, honestly, God, that Ryan guy? Ugh. What makes you feel better on a down day? Go out to walk. There's nothing worse than staying indoors. As much as I wish it wasn't true, staying inside can make the sadness worse, so listen to Cotton Eye Joe. It is impossible not to feel better after listening to this. That or Party Rock Anthem by LMFAO. Try and be sad while blasting Party Rockers in the house tonight. Hot shower. Make my hair look nice and then change into comfortable clothes. Physical exercise takes away the focus from the mind. Yeah, but it sucks to move around. Music helps a lot. It does heavily depend on what the music you're listening to is. Like LMFAO. Nature. This one's a great answer. That's why I need to move into a cabin in the woods where no one can ever find me. People who like pineapple on pizza, what other fruit do you think would work? I'll admit it. I like pineapple on pizza. Sue me. But I don't know if other fruits would work. I mean, unless tomato, but figs with prosciutto works well together. Interesting. Won't try it. I got this crazy idea, but I think tomatoes might be money. See, I was on the right track. Peaches for sure. Honestly, peaches are pretty bomb, so I'd try that. I had a slice of pear and gorgonzola pizza once. That was pretty darn tasty. I don't know what gorgonzola is, so I'm a pass. Mandarin orange. I started making Hawaiian pizza with pineapple, mandarin orange, and coconut. It works surprisingly well. Mango would be nice on a pizza. Mango and chicken. Ooh, that actually does that piques the interest just a little bit. Avocado. No, that's reserved for the toast. You keep it off of my pizza. What will you never be too old for? A hug from my parents. Aw, that's sweet. Video games. You know, I thought I was done with video games like a year ago, but there have been some games that have pulled me right back in, so I guess, yeah. Lego. Well, of course, it's just real life Minecraft, but small. Naps. I can't do naps. Personally, I can't. They ruin me. I wake up, I don't know where I am, I'm disoriented, trying to predict the route of a raindrop down the window. It's just a little mini game, you know, on a road trip. Swings. Can love them. Grilled cheese sandwiches and tomato soup to dip it in. Don't forget the tomato soup. Coloring books. I haven't used a coloring book in so long. Maybe I should give it a shot. Walking on a curb, trying to prevent from falling. You mean balancing? Either way, you're right. Yeah, it is fun. Pillow fort. Oh God, I haven't made one in so long. I think I know what I'm doing tonight. Cartoons. Bugs Bunny will never stop being funny. I don't care who you are, cartoons are good. They're great media and they deserve to be around. Former high school students, what was the worst thing you did in high school? When I first got Snapchat, I used to record everybody and record me doing stupid. Since y'all are complete strangers, I feel comfortable saying this, but the worst thing I did in high school was record myself pooping and posting it on my Snapchat story. I mean, that was my first Snapchat ever, was me on the toilet taking a poop. So it's not that weird, or maybe I'm the weird one, I don't know. I got caught on the roof trying to do some kind of dumb urban exploration nonsense. It's not nonsense, it's cool. I always wanted to get on the roof of my school. It wasn't my class, but it was a story from another previous one. My psychology teacher years ago had been teaching the class about classic conditioning, like with Pavlov's dog, and so the class decided to play a prank on her. Since she was big on class participation during her lectures, the students collectively decided to selectively answer questions only when she was on the left side of the classroom. After that, they only answered when she was in the left quarter of the classroom, and so on until she was in the corner. In the corner of the classroom, there was a plastic model skeleton, and they eventually got her to just put her hand on its shoulder solely with this technique. She apparently only realized their entire plan once they'd gotten her to that very point, and the students started laughing. But she tells the story to her classes during their conditioning units, so at least she found it funny. I'll take things that never happened for $50. That feels like it could happen, but way too complex, too much coordination. I say myth busted. Flipped off a teacher when they weren't looking in class. They then decided to turn around as I did and was caught red-handed. Drew on a bus seat with Sharpie. I had anxiety, so that was legitimately the worst thing I did. I'll bet you drew I mean, what else would they draw? They're in high school. I was on the second floor of my school, and we have an indoor garden and windows everywhere above. I was ready to join the class, and I wanted to throw my gum because they don't let us have them in class. So I opened the window and threw it to the indoor garden, but suddenly I heard someone swearing. It was the school director who was chilling in the garden with a gum on his head. I got kicked out from school for 2 days, and I had to say sorry to him several times. I feel like a suspension for that isn't like super necessary, but it was only 2 days, so meh. I was at Texas Roadhouse with my ex-girlfriend and texted my best friend that I was going to bring him some steak. I got a to-go box and threw some scraps in it, then dropped a fat in it and left it on the hood of his truck, then watched him gag from behind a tree across the street. At the time, I thought it was hilarious. Now I have no clue why the hell I would do that. Yeah, my man, that's like evil, right? Nothing big. I stole a kiss on the cheek from the gym teacher and ran. She ran after me. She chased me across the field, up the stairs, down the stairs, into a long hallway, and out the front into a parking lot. I could not believe how fast she was. I dropped from tiredness. She dropped right beside me. Too tired to hit me. She took me to the office. The principal was laughing so hard. He saw the whole chase. I thought this was going another way. Yeah, that's like the start of a creepy fanfic. I put a thumbtack on a substitute teacher's chair, and she sat on it. Did you have a slingshot in your back pocket at the time? Ugh. Dash, how many times do we have to tell you stop using your powers at school? Which celebrity death still upsets you? Robin Williams. Honestly, yeah, that man put so much out into the world. It's a true shame. Steve Irwin. He could have done so much more for animals, and ironically, his life was cut short by one. His son Robert is following in his footsteps, and it's honestly very heartwarming to see. Freddie Mercury. Mama, I miss a man. Alan Rickman. Honestly, that's another one for that first question. I don't think I could see anybody else as Snape. Heath Ledger, and also Carrie Fisher. Amy Winehouse. She was so young and talented, she just couldn't handle the fame and money. Plus, she was a love junkie and was easily influenced by the men in her life. I think if she had a few more years to get her shit together, she would have done amazing things. Avicii. He died way too young, but gave the world some great music. Selena. I wasn't even born yet when Yolanda killed her. Her story has always upset me. Kurt Cobain. It's still insane that there was a huge conspiracy around his death. David Bowie. Forever a legend. Naya Riviera. So tragic. Very much Naya Riviera. Particularly due to the circumstances of her death. She literally used all of her strength to save her son, but did not have any left to save herself. Then her son witnessed her disappear underwater? It's just the most tragic thing I think I've ever heard of, and it still makes me sad to think about it. She was an amazing mother, yes, but she was also a beloved sister, daughter, friend, and co-parent to her ex, Ryan. Not to mention, she was insanely talented, smart, funny, and beautiful. Just an all-around wonderful human that died too young. How do you manage all your passwords? I won't give you any hints. Bitwarden. My question is, how can you put your faith in an online manager? It feels like I am, in some capacity, giving away extremely vulnerable personal information to a third party that I have zero connection to. I'm a good friend with the forgotten password button. They are all the same. Alright, now everybody go try and log into their Reddit. You'll find it eventually. Boggles my mind, some people still don't use password managers. Poorly. You and me both, buddy. What's something everyone pretends to be an expert on? Pretty much everything ever. Everyone's gonna lie. Everyone can pretend they're good at something to make you feel bad. LOL, this question cracks me up. Everyone thinks they know how to drive. Yeah, that is funny. People seem to forget that cars have this cute little feature called a turn signal. Nutrition. Yeah, every single thin person out there loves to say, ooh, but if you just eat this and that, other people's problems. Oh, no wonder you're having that problem. It's because you're doing it wrong, or you're saying the wrong thing. Ugh. Everyone else's red flags and bad attributes rather than their own. It does come in handy to know your red flags so you can kind of change and hopefully make them green. Anything about politics. The only people that actually know anything about politics is nobody. Nobody knows what's happening. Everyone on Reddit seems to be an expert on everything. Opening a jar of pickles. No, but I can do that though. First try. Not being the asshole. I know that I can be. I will admit it, but I'm not. Crypto. Again, this is it's a scam. Don't believe anyone that says, oh bro, I definitely know what this coin's gonna do. Anything big happening in the news. Parenting. They could be raising a train wreck and still claim they're good good parents. I wonder what my parents think now. Whenever I try to say anything about a personal interest, my cousin and his girlfriend suddenly know everything about whatever I'm talking about and feel the need to subtly one-up me constantly. Relationships they aren't in. A lot of people just like to live vicariously through their friends, and they also potentially want to ruin that life. What is not worth the effort, but people still obsess over it. Keeping a job that not only hurts them physically and mentally, but doesn't fulfill them in the slightest. Telling themselves that they wouldn't be able to find better because they don't value themselves enough. Pretty sure that's most people that work at Amazon. If you're currently working at Amazon, I'm sorry, leave please. Seeking validation on the internet. While it can be nice, it's definitely not something you should dedicate so much of your time towards. Celebrities. Yeah, for real. They're mostly people, but they can also be evil, so don't really care about them. Trying to keep the outside of your car spotless. You know the second you get a car wash, that's when it's gonna rain. Black Friday sales. I've only been to a Best Buy once during Black Friday, and I didn't even buy anything, I just walked through. Horrible mistake. $5 coffee. Do people really obsess over coffee that much? I mean, yeah, but, well, no, never. Shut up, Brandon, you're stupid. Climbing Mount Everest. I'm gonna say this one's wrong. I think that is like kind of a cool accomplishment to climb the biggest mountain in the world, maybe? Keeping people as friends who definitely aren't friends. Do people obsess over this? Stan culture. Please, I'm begging you. Go outside for like a minute. What should you do when your parents are fighting? Noise-canceling headphones are pretty great, and a video game that takes your attention completely. Tell them to get a divorce already. Well, I mean, that shouldn't be your first option in this fight. Record them and use it as your ringtone. I sort of get it, but why would you want that anxiety spike? Piss really loud. I do that on a normal day, so play Jordan Peterson clips about relationships really loud. No, I'm gonna pass on the JP for today. What is the first show you ever binge watched? I don't know. It might have been Full Metal Alchemist. Lost. I still need to get around to it, though I've heard people say it's like, disappointing, just like the last season of Game of Thrones. SpongeBob. Now, what time frame are we saying first binged? Because could you binge SpongeBob years ago? Avatar: The Last Airbender. God, such a good show. I've actually been recently binging it again. The Simpsons. Weirdly, I don't know if I'm super familiar with The Simpsons anymore. I watch Treehouse of Horror often, but I don't know many of the regular episodes. Stranger Things. I never wanted to see the ending as bad as with that series. Ooh, now that I remember, yeah, when it first came out, I was hooked instantly. Breaking Bad. This is another one that it took me a while to really get to, but Jesse. What's the best food to pair with peanut butter? Jelly, but people are gonna say the wrong answer. Chocolate. All right, that one's close. Sliced apple. Lest we forget kindergarten. Flour, eggs, sugar, butter, vanilla extract, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. Best kind of cookie. Banana. Okay, we got a minion over here on Reddit. How has no one said celery yet? I'm not a huge fan of celery in general, but I do remember really liking it back in the day. I love raisins and peanut butter. Ants on a log are amazing. I could go without the raisins. Jelly? Thank you. There you are. Vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream and peanut butter. I mean, I guess. Obviously bread. Sriracha. Sriracha and peanut butter? I get that's kind of like Thai food almost. We used to do peanut butter and Nutella and make it like a grilled cheese. It's amazing. Might have to try that actually. Call me weird, but I like making peanut butter and banana sandwiches. Also, as someone mentioned already, ants on a log, peanut butter and raisins on celery is pretty awesome as well. Hey, you're not weird for liking that. Peanut butter and banana sandwiches are actually really good. I think for like protein aspects and potassium, it's good. Oatmeal. Nothing more comforting to me than a bowl of hot oats with a scoop of protein, sweetener, pinch of salt, and a swirl of natural peanut butter. That is one of my more go-to breakfasts if I'm like kind of feeling lazy. Just get some toast, throw some peanut butter on it, eat some oatmeal, and scoop the oatmeal with the toast. It tastes good. What beauty standards you find to be extremely ridiculous? That skinny equals attractive. You can be chubby, fat, whatever, and still be hot. Lip injections. I think if it's subtle, it can look fine, but like a lot of people get like hot dog lips, and oh no. I don't think six-packs are attractive. I think they look like weird little lumps. Don't mean to offend anyone with a six-pack. You do you. It's just not doing anything for me. Needing to look 25 forever and all the accoutrement that goes with it. Botox, filler, implants, lifts, tight dresses, etc. Basically anything worn or done by by the Real Housewives franchise. People should age. Age shouldn't be shamed. Wrinkles are normal. Height. It's something you literally can't change, and it's nuts that women judge men based on that. Yeah, there's a lot of weird factors people can't change, and you're still getting judged over. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, I guess I'll grow an extra femur. Obsessing over hip dips. You mean love handles almost? I got those, and yeah, I got a lot. I got a lot to love. The whole Korean beauty industry is insane. White/fair skin in Asian countries. Oh yeah, I have kind of noticed that. A lot of people just look really pale. I don't get it. Fake nails. I just see them as very impractical and unnatural. I can see the appeal, but you literally can't do anything with them. I wore fake acrylics for a minute and they suck. If you turn the plot of your favorite movie into an "Am I the post?" what would it say? AITA for befriending the most dangerous dragon there is and bringing it into my village that results in my friend dragon getting caught because my village actively hunts and kills dragons? Am I the for committing genocide to save my wife from certain death because an old told me a legend? Edit. Guys, she died anyways because she was sad. What movie are they talking about? AITA for trying to bring my fish daughter back home after a human boy kidnapped her and turned her half human? Is that Little Mermaid? I don't... Or maybe it's Shark Tale. Am I the for sewing someone's mouth to another person's ass? That would be hilarious if the doctor from Human Centipede just went on Reddit why did I do this? Hang on. AITA for losing a treasured piece of jewelry that my uncle gave me when I went on a trip with my friends, an elf, a dwarf, and a wizard. Am I the for getting bitten by a spider and accidentally getting Spider-Man killed while he was fighting a guy who opened a portal to other universes and then fought with people from those universes to defeat the guy who opened the portal, all while getting my uncle killed and training to become the next Spider-Man? I am the How are you trying to make this world a better place? Being positive and trying to help people who are in need and who are asking for help. I don't post photos of my food to Instagram, and for that we thank you. Loving my daughter, loving this guy's daughter, loving the guy who's loving this guy's daughter. I have given pleasure to the world by having such a great I'm not. Well, you should change that. I read somewhere that if you want to change the world, you have to change the community. To change the community, change your relationships. And to change your relationships, change yourself. But don't change yourself for other people. Change yourself to better yourself. What book is a must read? Orwell's 1984 and Animal Farm. Animal Farm is still I need to get to it book. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. I think the only Steinbeck book I've read was To Kill a Mockingbird, but I mean, who hasn't really? Laws of Human Nature. Well, who's it by? How am I supposed to read it if I don't know the author? On the Western Front, all is peaceful. One of the few books I can say influenced me is this one. Like truly incredible movies do. It left me feeling a little hazy for a few days after. Catch-22. A lot of people are mentioning 1984, but all the themes from 1984 are also present in Catch-22. And it's a lot funnier. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. All of them. Happy people are annoying. 101 essays that will change the way you think. Nah, that's too many essays. How do you flirt? I have literally no game, so let's just see what people said. Awkwardly look at somebody across the room and have a panic attack when they wave at me. Yeah, that's one of the strategies that's followed me. I don't. Too dangerous. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Interesting, I'm not alone. Smile, eye contact, finding a connection, teasing, and lots of periods. 1 per month is okay, with as much subtlety as a brick to the face. I will try this next time I see an attractive lady on a building site. Reply to their story. Remain oblivious until 3:45 a.m. 6 years later. Same way I catch all my cattle. What do you mean cat? Are you lassoing? Oh, I will talk slightly differently. See, this only works if you think you can keep up talking different for the rest of your life if it works out. I fart. So you're trying to tell me you walk up to somebody and you're like, hey sexy, and that works? Well, I guess on that fart, we've come to the end of these answers, so thank you all so much for watching. Once again, my name's been Brandon, and I will see you, maybe, I don't know, bye!